Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my performance review of the Under Armour Curry 10. So this shoe is going for 160 bucks. It's pretty damn expensive. The Curry 1 Floatro is going for 150, $10 cheaper, and the Curry 4 Floatro is going for 140 bucks. So that's the cheapest, which is kind of weird. If you guys do want to cop, I try to leave an affiliate link in the description box, but let's get it started off with the Tracciones, and we got Flow outsole, and of course it's freaking amazing. It stops way too damn hard, and yeah, I lost a toenail playing in this because it stops so freaking hard. It's so you know, we have goat tractions like the Kobe 9, you know what I mean, like the Curry 2, the Kyrie 2, which stops really well. It stops on the dime, but then if you want to take it to another level, not stop on the dime but stop on a pin, then we got Flow. You know what I mean? So if you're playing on a clean court, it stops extremely hard, so be cautious of that. It actually stops so damn hard that sometimes I trip over myself, you know what I mean? And also I lost a toenail, so sorry, TMI, I know, but there's that. Also, if you're playing on a dusty court, you should be fine. Honestly, from my experience, I wasn't terrible. I actually have played on 2 different surfaces because they did refinish my court, you know, at the 24-hour fitness court. So on the finish before, it was really nice on dust. It really never picked up dust, and even if it did, it was a super easy wipe and it would still be really good, right? But then they refinished it, and of course it was super clean for like a couple of weeks, but then after that it got a little dirty because they never clean it. Not surprising, of course. And it was starting to slide just a tiny bit, but just wipe and I was good to go. You know what I mean? Super easy wipe. So my experience was a little bit different on dust on both of the finishes on that court. And the finish right now is a little bit more glossy. It's a different finish, and it's sliding around just a tiny bit more. So there's that, but it's still pretty damn good on the court right now. And as far as the durability goes, it'll probably be okay. You know, it's definitely not terrible because I did play in the Curry 8 on the outdoor court, you know, during the quarantine. So it wasn't terrible, but it's probably not the best option also. And it has no squeak, like all Flow outsoles. Zero squeak, so it makes you feel like a ninja. So yeah, there is the traction performance there. It's top tier. Moving on to the heel to toe transition. Also one of the reasons why I absolutely love the Currys, you know, just because the shape is so damn nice, you know what I mean? Like here in the heel, we have a really crazy curved shape, and also fully exposed Flow midsole, which feels great. So in the heel, it feels smooth, and then in the forefoot, we have a really curved shape as well. And of course, Steph's a shooter, and when you're shooting, you kind of want to be more on your toes, right? And this shape just makes me kind of go more on my toes because, you know, once I put a little bit of weight here, it just kind of tips over very easily, and like it just feels great when I'm shooting, right? And also we have a good amount of forefoot flex, so overall heel to toe transition when you're running down the court, it feels extremely smooth. It doesn't feel boot-like, it doesn't feel clunky or anything, and it feels very similar, or pretty much the exact same as the Curry 8 and the Curry 9, which is a good thing, of course. Moving on to the cushioning setup, we got full-length Flow, and honestly, please, Under Armour, do something different. Flow is, I mean, it's, yeah, there's a purpose to Flow. I mean, I feel like Steph Curry wants a very responsive cushioning setup that's low to the ground, and that's kind of what you get with Flow. And I guess a little bit of compression and a pretty adequate impact protection, you know what I mean? I don't think he wants anything crazy, but it's getting old, honestly. We've had Floatros, and which is just, you just put a Flow outsole and midsole on like the Curry 1 upper or the Curry 4 upper, and now the Curry 2 upper, they're doing that now. They did the Curry 2 wrong, guys. I'm very sad to say. So yeah, I mean, it feels pretty much like every other Flow midsole. So it's a little bit better than stiff Phylon, but that's not saying much, you know what I mean? You have a little bit of compression here in the heel, okay impact protection, low to the ground, which is good. It's responsive, but it's not super comfortable, it's not super soft, and also there's not crazy compression. So yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, we did see Embiid. You guys remember the Embiid 1? They released that and they never released the Embiid 2. But there is a Floatro of the Embiid 1, which we saw Embiid play in, and that shoe had micro G, I believe. So it looks like maybe they could have kept micro G just from, like, if you look at the midsole and there's a lot of compression and stuff like that. So I can't see why they can't do that here in the Curry 10, or just like maybe in the Curry 11, you know, just put this, like this orange part. This orange part is actually just flow. They just painted this part, but I'm just saying if they put like micro G or something underneath that, that would be nice, you know, because micro G is nice, or charged. But anyways, yeah, it's just flow and it's nothing special. So there's that. Moving on to the material. So we have the warp upper, and it's identical to the Curry 9. It's just the stitching pattern is just a tiny bit different. And that's pretty much it, you know. It's like a textile material with a whole bunch of stitching going throughout this like upper, and it feels really great, you know. It's super thin but also very supportive. It conforms to your foot really well. It's comfortable and stuff like that. It's not comfortable like cozy comfortable, it's comfortable as in like it moves with your foot very well, right? And then here in the midfoot, it stays extremely thin. And then for the tongue, I do like the tongue, however, you know, it says iron sharpens iron, and kind of reminds me a lot of the Curry 2. It did that for every colorway in the Curry 2 as well, so that's a nice touch. And also it has a good amount of padding, which feels very nice and cozy on top of your foot. But here in the ankle area, there's extremely minimal padding, right? So yeah, if you want a very minimal feeling upper, then this is a great option. I feel like it's a great material. I do like warp. I do like how the tongue has a little bit of padding as well. So in my opinion, it's a great upper. Moving on to the fit, I went true to size and it fits me really well. It fits me like a glove. It's a perfect fit, right? So here in the toe box, my toes go very close to the edge of the shoe. So I mean, if I did go up half a size, I don't think I would like the extra length. But then like since the traction is so good and my toe does bang a little bit, you know, because the traction is so damn good, maybe I should go up half a size. But honestly, I do like the really snug fit from going true to size. So if you don't want to deal with that, then probably go up half a size. But if you want a snug fit, then I would suggest going true to size, right? If you have a wide foot or you want a roomier fit, probably go up half a size or maybe even a full size, because it's a super snug fit. And also here in the toe box, it's really snug too. I don't know if you guys can see, but it kind of dips in. Look at that. It dips in, as opposed to the Curry 1. The Curry 1 scrunches up like crazy. Look at that. I don't like that. It was super roomy here in the Curry 1. And then here in the Curry 10, it kind of dips in. So you have a nice snug fit here in the toe box. So overall, it's a really nice fit for me. And also, it's a really easy shoe to put on because it has a really high heel tab. And now moving on to the support and lockdown, I had zero issues, right? So here in the forefoot for lateral containment, this material is very supportive, right? It doesn't really roll over on itself that much either. And we have some extra reinforcement with, like you guys see kind of like it's supposed to look like iron, molten iron, but in this red color, there's a few extra stitchings there as well. So that'll help with, you know, support. And then here in the midfoot, we have the foam coming up, acting as a sidewall. And then here in the heel, we actually have a plastic heel counter. So yeah, a lateral containment, I was good to go. Lateral stability was great as well. You have a very wide base as per usual in all Curry shoes, and also you're super low to the ground here in the forefoot. So lateral stability was great too. So support and lockdown was great. Heel slippage, I had zero issues. My foot felt very locked into the shoe. So there's that. Moving on to the weight of the shoe, I mean, it's a flow. So Curry's shoes have always been lightweight, and this is no exception. So yeah, 11.18 ounces. Let's check the other pair. 11.15 ounces. So it's an extremely lightweight shoe. It feels very minimal on foot, and you feel super responsive because the traction is so damn good. The cushion's very responsive. Support's great. It fits very well. So yeah, you feel like a ninja. Like every other Curry shoe, like the Curry 8, Curry 9, you felt like a ninja when you're playing in it. You feel like a ninja playing in the Curry 10s as well, because there's no squeak and you feel very quick and fast on your feet when you have these on, right? Moving on to the ventilation, overall it's really good, right? This warp upper has really good airflow, and it's a very thin material as well, so it doesn't retain heat. So overall ventilation is very good here in the Curry 10. Now moving on to the aesthetics, I love it. Out of the Curry 8 and the Curry 9, the Curry 10 is probably my favorite. I don't know, I feel like I like the plastic, right? This heel counter looks great with this like embossed kind of logo. That actually looks really nice. And then the overall, like, even though it's just painted, right, this looks really cool as well. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, yeah, the Curry 10, just like the Curry 8 and the Curry 9, is a top tier performer, and I feel like Under Armour knows what Steph Curry wants, and Steph Curry knows what Steph Curry wants, and this is the shoe that he wants, guys. And I don't think it's gonna change that much, honestly. And the Curry 11 probably not gonna change that much either. Hopefully it does, but probably not going to, because if you look at his entire line, it's always been like low to the ground, crappy cushion with great traction, very minimal shoe, very lightweight shoe as well with great support and all that. So yeah, I mean, it has its own market, and if you're looking for that type of shoe, this is a great option. If you're a guard and you're looking for a very responsive shoe, this is a great option. But if you're looking for any type of like crazy cushion or something like that, found in like, you know, the LeBron 20 or the PG6 or even the 808 2 or the Wild 10, you know, then this is not a great option. But yeah, I mean, if you've played in the Curry 8 and the Curry 9, you like that, then you'll like the Curry 10. But anyways, that about concludes my performance review of the Curry 10. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I try to leave an affiliate link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.